Alright, so this is the second video of the walk cycle animation. Now it's really important to know that whilst we are doing this animation, you need to be using the reference image. The reference image, there's several in the classroom as well as on Moodle, and it's the walk cycle reference image. So the reference image looks like this. So as you can see, you've got contact, which is your first movement. You've got down, you've got your past position, you've got up, and you've got contact again. Now this is not a complete walk cycle because this position here, the first contact, is not the same as this contact here. They're using opposite arms and legs. We have to get our Frobot back to this position. Otherwise, it's not a complete cycle and it won't be a complete loop. So if you have a look at this particular image here, this probably shows you more how many movements that we need. So you've got your contact, your low, your passing position, your high, contact again with opposites, your low with opposites, your passing position with opposites, your high with opposites, and that will bring you back to this starting contact here. So this is one full complete loop. So we're going to be keyframing at each of these positions, and then 3ds Max will automatically push the movements in between those keyframes, and we're going to go back to this position. So in theory, it should be quite easy to do, but if you mess up any of these positions, then it might look a bit disjointed. Alright, so let's get Frobot into the first position. So looking at your reference image, as you can see, you've got one foot out in front. When we are moving our feet, we are using the foot pedal. We are not using these circles. We do not want to touch them. So clicking on the foot pedal, I'm going to use my move tool and I'm going to move this leg out the front because this one, it doesn't matter which leg you have out in front as long as you remember that that's the same position that you need to end on. So we're actually going to keyframe one at the start and one at the end of this exact position. So the foot is out in front, it is straight, however the heel is actually going to be touching the ground, not the toe. So I'm going to rotate this up so the toe is touching. I might move it just slightly forward as well. Okay, so that's my first leg. Now I need to do my second leg. The second leg here, so clicking on the foot pedal is back further. The knee on the second one is bent, so I'm going to pull this up a little bit. And also the toe is touching the ground. So using my rotation here, whoops, that's a bit weird. Using the rotation here, I'm going to rotate my foot down so my toe is touching. So as you can see, you've got the bent knee, you've got this foot back, you've got the toe touching the ground, you've got the heel touching the ground for this one. I'm getting all of this from that reference image. So make sure you have that with you and you're clicking between. All right. So, well, that looks a bit terrible there. What's happened? Hang on, let me just go back and rotate from the front because something weird just happened. I'll rotate down this way. There we go. That's better. All right. So now I need my opposite arm from the leg that's in front. So this arm here is going to be rotated backwards. So using my shoulder rig, I'm going to rotate this one backwards. And then my other one is going to be rotated forwards. Now you can play around and make this as perfect as you like. I'm just going to do it quickly to show you what to do. So we've got one leg out in front, one leg out in back, opposite arm in front and opposite arm behind. And that's basically our first and last position, which is our contact. So once we have it in position, what we need to do is set a keyframe.